morning, Lewis. I am Citrali Romo with Samara Martinez. Thank you for joining us this early morning.
Thank you for tuning in. We hope you are all having a great final stretch of the semester. So let's get started with some of our trending topics.
Dun, 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 dun.
Time for my tea tweet.
Your tea tweet?
For a tea tweet.
Do you know what time it is?
It's time for trending topics. Okay, so the WNBA draft happened, and we got Camila Cardozo, which she is a phenomenal. She's 6'7".
Wow.
Basketball player. She's originally from Brazil.
Okay.
She came to the States when she was 15, knew no English. She only knew how to say hi, bye, and thank
basics?
you. Like those
Barely,
3 words.
barely basics, right.
She ended up starting off playing, basketball here. She excelled, and she was 3rd pick of the draft, which is huge, and she's coming to Chicago.
Nice.
She's playing for the women's Chicago Sky team, so excited this year. And she's the
huge.
commissioner's tall as it is, and she's just 6'7", she towers over her.
Yeah, I know. I bet she has to get custom-made shoes and clothes.
Everything, and she's, and Brazilian people, my family from Brazil, they're not that tall.
Right.
So to see her, it's whoa. But your turn.
On to my tweets. Coachella is finally here, and Gwen Stefani, she performed and she brought out Olivia Rodrigo. It was Olivia Rodrigo. But oh my gosh, it was so funny watching the videos because she got all the men to sing I'm Just a Girl. So I just thought it was so funny to listen to that because a long time ago in one of her concerts, it was the same thing. She got she told all the girls not to sing. This is just for the guys. And it was I'm just a girl. So funny. I love her. I love her. She's great.
No, she has some great hits from the 2000s. I remember growing up and my aunt was like,
I know, even now, I'm just
listen.
it's a Gwen Stefani day. On to your next tweet.
okay, just look at how pretty this picture is.
It is beautiful.
Chicago, the tulips are starting to come out. My guy Barry here. I was going through his page because his kept popping up, and he's got beautiful photos that he takes. And so this was one of them. He has a camera, and obviously he does his little edits. But you can just Chicago's beautiful.
Yeah, that's right on the Magnificent Mile, right? It is.
You know Chicago more than me.
Yeah, I
it's
remember
so
that
pretty.
building. Yeah, it is so pretty. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I'm so excited for summer.
I know. I need spring to just kind of get here quicker because I'm over the cold.
They published the calendar for all the events that are coming up in the city. So stay tuned. And on to my next tweet. Back at it again with Spider-Man and Shrek. They're finally now in theaters again. So I am excited because me and my brother are actually going to go to the movies today to go see them for their $5 discount.
Yes, $5 Tuesdays on Tuesday.
So we're going to go see Shrek first, and then next week we're thinking of seeing Spider-Man. Because it's the original Spider-Man, so it's not just the recent ones with Tom Holland or Andrew Garfield. It's the original one with, I don't remember his name, but it's with the original Spider-Man.
I call him Peter Parker, the original Peter Parker.
The OG.
Yes,
The
and
OG
then
Peter Parker.
Shrek, you can never go wrong with Shrek. We love Shrek. But it's TikTok time.
I'm excited for you.
Okay, this is so funny.
Just so confused.
Ears perk up huh?
The linen closet is so funny.
This one killed me. So I think it's funny because you never realize that your dog really doesn't see
see much,
certain
yeah.
parts of your house, and especially if you have a small chihuahua like that. I'm assuming that's a chihuahua, but if you have
It
a
is a
small
chihuahua.
dog like that, you definitely they don't see the top of the car. They don't see closets. They don't see things on the top shelf, the fridge especially.
They see things we don't see because of how low they are.
Yeah, so that's why I was cracking up because even the dog was like,
right, it's confused. When I seen the fridge, oh my gosh, that was so funny. On to my TikTok.
What do you want?
Strawberry.
A what?
Strawberry.
A what?
Strawberry. Strawberry.
A strawberry?
Yes.
A strawberry?
Yes.
Okay.
She was so excited.
strawberry.
But it's just so crazy to me how babies, seeing them grow, obviously as being non-communicative to learning how to speak, and then having like the emotion of like, oh my gosh, I'm being understood. It's like, I would be excited myself.
Her teeth kill me at the back.
But she said strawberry pretty well. Imagine if she would have meant something totally different.
But that's so good. It's crazy how the human body works and everything.
The human mind is too.
Everything. But next up, we are going to share some feel-good stories sure to brighten your day. So the Golden Retriever owners took a stand against canine cancer ahead of Monday's Boston Marathon. Dozens of Golden Retrievers and their owners gathered for a meetup at Boston's Common in honor of Spencer. Spencer was the official Boston Marathon dog. He died last year of cancer, and Spencer became a symbol of the race for holding a flag reading Boston Strong. Along the route, for 9 years, greeting thousands of passing runners, a statue of Spencer near his usual spot along the route was unveiled 2 weeks ago. Sunday's meetup included a Golden Strong walk and meet and greet with Boston Marathon runners. Golden Strong bandanas for dogs were sold at the meeting, with 20% of proceeds going to Canine Cancer Research Organization.
There's late, then there's really, really late. Of all the stories waiting on these shelves, Padre Libraries in Colorado just discovered a story untold after someone returned a book after 105 years. After being checked out 3 times, a copy of Ivanhoe by Sir Walter Scott went missing. The last checkout, February 13, 1999. The book was still intact and had many annotations from different owners. Back in 1919, the old Fort Collins Public Library, the building behind this one, charged 2 cents a day for overdue books. With $14,000 in late fees, Padre Libraries operated under a no-fine policy and has issued no penalties. Padre Libraries hope this copy of Ivanhoe can be displayed at local history museum or even on their own shelves.
So it's time to celebrate one of the world's most diverse and widespread family of flowering plants. Today is National Orchid Day. This often colorful and fragrant blooms of orchid grow in abundance around the world. Did you know orchids are one of 2 largest families of flowering plants with up to 26,000 species? They can also live longer than a century. What may be the world's largest orchid lives at Singapore Botanic Gardens. It is believed to be more than 150 years old. To mark the day, you could brighten your home or office with the beautiful blooms or give to someone with a green thumb.
There's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
You know, it took 20 years, and I got my 3rd child, who was 17 at the time.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Oh boy.
Our back and forth. It always came back. Dad! You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
It is a new day for jobs and careers, and the skills needed to compete are rapidly changing. This is why more students are choosing Lewis University. Lewis prepares you for emerging opportunities in some of the most highly sought-after fields. Higher education is the most crucial investment you can make in your future. Lewis provides you with a lasting education that will launch you towards success today and strong, growing careers of tomorrow. Begin an education that will pay dividends for a lifetime. Learn more at lewisu.edu.
So today I am here with Assistant Professor of Psychology Matt D'Amico to learn more about Lewis University's upcoming Celebration of Scholarship, which is tomorrow and Thursday. So thank you for joining us this early morning.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
And so let's kind of just get right into it. So what is the Celebration of Scholarship?
Celebration of Scholarship is Lewis's annual symposium, which features Lewis's student work from graduate students and undergraduate students from every college of the university. So we have student work on display in a variety of formats. So students present posters where they stand next to their poster, which summarizes a research or scholarly project in Lewis Fieldhouse. Other students will be presenting their work through presentations, traditional presentations in classrooms. Other students will be talking about business pitch ideas that they have, and other students will be presenting creative works, music, theatrical, artistic performances. So there's a variety of events that happen all throughout the day. Actually, it's a 2-day event this year, so Wednesday and Thursday. We've got events happening throughout much of the day. And throughout these events, faculty are providing ratings of the students as they are presenting. So it comes to a fun event towards the end of the celebration where we can hand out lots of awards and trophies to recognize a lot of the hard work that students do across the whole academic year.
Wow, so that's really good because it kind of, broadens everyone's knowledge with like learning new things because it's such a big variety. So how long has this event been going on?
This will be our 12th annual Celebration of Scholarship. So this will be my fourth time co-chairing the event, but it's our 12th annual, so pretty exciting.
Okay, so do you want to give a kind of a little insight since you're co-chairing of like what does that consist for you during this time of celebration?
Yeah, so co-chairing Celebration of Scholarship, we are a big committee and we're a committee of faculty and staff. So a lot of committees at Lewis are faculty, but we have faculty and staff because we're trying to make a large event happen every year. It involves a lot of coordination. A lot of people are moving behind the scenes since September planning for this event, so very exciting.
Okay, so it takes, obviously you got to prep, so you guys prep back in September
the
for
whole
this.
year, the whole academic
whole
year.
School year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so how can students get involved in this?
So every December we open up our applications for Celebration of Scholarship. So December 1st, applications go live and students can continue to apply usually through the second week of February. Some students are invited to apply because it is, a capstone project that they're working on in their courses. Other students approach a professor and they say, I have an idea, it might relate to your expertise or a type of class you teach. I'm wondering if we can work together to come to some idea about a project that could take place.
Okay, and so it's open, so you said earlier that it's open to graduates and undergraduates. So do some graduates tend to come back for this event?
It's open for undergraduate students, our graduate students, and our alumni students. So yeah, to answer your question, some of our alumni, maybe they were working on a project their senior year and they didn't quite finish it. They were still data collecting or they were still putting the finishing touches on a project. Some students come back as alumni to present their work the following year.
Okay, that's so cool.
Yeah.
And so what are the benefits of the Celebration of Scholarship?
So, the obvious benefit is, having more presentation experience and, having it on your CV or your Vita that, you were able to present a scholarly work. But I think, the benefits of celebration are more broad than that. I think that celebration forces us to think about how we communicate, how we share our ideas with other people. We're so used to, communicating within our own disciplines, but because this is a campus-wide symposium, students of all majors, so many different disciplines, it's really a focus on how we can articulate our scholarship in a way that other people can understand.
Okay, so that's so kind of gives students more of knowledge and background things of certain, aspects of and degrees of this college.
Yeah, and also just to speak in a way that other people can understand. So if we're in a classroom of other biology majors, we know other people speak the same language as us. But when we're presenting at Celebration of Scholarship, we're now in a room of so many different people, so many different learners from different disciplines. now the way we communicate changes in a lot of ways. So, so that flexibility in how we articulate ideas, I think, is one major benefit that comes from Celebration of Scholarship for sure.
Okay, that's so cool. And so I know it's such like a huge, and now it's a 2-day event, so it's huge and it's long now, but are there any new events that are this year compared to other years?
You know, we've added and expanded for the past several years on Celebration. So last year was the first time that we started to do 3-minute thesis, which is an internationally recognized competition. It's for graduate students only, and students are presenting their thesis or dissertation project in only 3 minutes, using only one slide. So it's a pretty action-packed series of presentations because they're all happening so quickly. Oh, wow. So we were really energized by this last year, so it's even bigger this year, and we're also expanding the undergraduate side of that. So whereas 3-minute thesis is for graduate students, we now have the STEM and Haas Slam. So STEM, you know, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, and Haas, which is humanities, arts, and social sciences. Undergraduate students are essentially doing the same thing, communicating their whole project in just 180 seconds, using only one slide. So it's larger this year with the STEM and the Haas Slam combined. And that event is one thing that we're doing on Wednesday this year. Usually Celebration is Thursday only, but this year we're doing Wednesday afternoon and all day Thursday.
Oh, wow. So that's just jam-packed days for it.
It's jam-packed.
That is so good.
Yeah, and it's even more exciting because on Wednesday we are having our Stephanie Schlachter finalist presentations happen right after 3-minute thesis. So after our graduate students are presenting their research ideas in 3 minutes and one slide, right after we have 4 pre-selected finalists who have been pre-evaluated, and they're all going to be presenting in the same room for the grand prize competition. So one student will win the Dr. Stephanie Schlachter Excellence in Undergraduate Education Scholarship, and it provides a $2,000 scholarship to the winner. So really excited for that.
Oh, that's great. And so like lastly, to just kind of wrap it up, because it's such a great event, is there any advice you want to give to like any students who are kind of like interested but not sure, just because it is, you know, you're going against some other great, you know, students here at Lewis?
Yeah, you know, I would see Celebration as, you know, not so much the competition side, but you know, what can you do to benefit yourself? You know, how is this going to allow you to gain another experience where you can become more confident of yourself as a presenter, and you can feel proud of presenting a work that you've been working on for a semester or longer, and have the recognition that those projects deserve. So. Getting involved. Our website, lewisu.edu/COS, describes all the details. It also shows the schedule that we'll have for tomorrow and Thursday's events. So lots of information on the website about how to get involved for next year and what we're doing this year.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show for us this early morning.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, and we'll be right back.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Or maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
What are you looking for?
I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. Through a nationwide network of food banks, Feeding America serves virtually every community in the United States. See how you can help your community. Visit feedingamerica.org.
Well, that is it for today. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Good Morning Lewis.
Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.